Welcome, race fans. Race number 10 here for Extreme Forces Racing League for the Full Throttle Beard Gen 6 series. Got some good friends up in the booth with me tonight. I'm Robert Warrens, one of your broadcasters, alongside Chris Schusler and Mick Olofsson. Chris and Mick, say hi to the fans at the same time.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi to the fans. What's up, everybody? At Talladega tonight. Looking forward to this race.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to roll through some stats really quick here. 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 48% humidity, partly cloudy, 7 mile an hour winds, 94 laps is the distance, 28 laps is a stage break. We got the grid starting to stack up right now. 30 to 36 laps for a fuel window, no fast repairs. It's going to be a doozy out there, that's for sure. And, I think I'm excited. Mick, what are your thoughts on tonight's race?
Oh, I'm very excited with the race these guys put on last week in Kansas. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, we had a heck of a battle at Kansas. Giordano took the win, Domer second, and Griffiths in third. And, heck of a story from all three drivers in the podium afterwards. Let's take a look at our grid tonight and roll through these 34 names. Huge field of cars. Gonna be one heck of a show. So Truett grabbing the pole, outside pole. Domer in P3. That's going to be Reese. Fourth is Lingerfelt. And fifth is going to be Walker. Sixth is Dunford. Seventh is Albatron. And Queering in eighth. Ninth goes out to Elam. And 10th is Moreau. And the 11th spot is Mays and Sanook in 12th. 13th is Bartlett and 14th is Mackey. 15th is Markle and 16th is Griffiths. 17th is Adams, 18th is Patrick. 19th is Regal, 20th is Doyle. 21st is Kraus, and 22nd is Fox. 23rd is Hamilton, and 24th is Bud. 25th is Todd Mace, and Warnicki in 26th. 27th is Giordano, 28th Hogan. 29th is Bobby Mays, and Steele in 30th. 31st is Hermes, and 32nd is Chandler. 33rd is Quali, and 34th is Park. That's going to round out the field of cars. A lot of cars in the field. Chris, when do you think we're going to be seeing the first caution tonight?
You know what? I'll tell you what. Thanks for having me, by the way, buddy. Last week's race was awesome. You told me to check it out. I mean, these guys drove such an awesome race. I'm super pumped up, man. This is going to be a heck of a race here. Talladega is always a wild one, but these guys have no fast repairs. So this is super interesting. A lot of times you see drivers on the charge try and hunt for position. These guys are going to be driving, I would imagine, a lot more defensively to try and protect themselves and wait in the later laps of the race, the later stages. So I think it's going to be a good one. That was a long-winded way of me saying, I think we're in for a good one.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. Special shout out to the Dega 94 tonight is presented by the Lock Dock. So if you're in, a sticky situation, a locked up situation, these guys are able to help you out for commercial, residential, automotive. Specialists with over 30 years of experience, located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. When it comes to locks, call the doc. I know, Chris, you're no stranger to a doctor, right?
No, not at all. And in fact, I got locked up last weekend. I really could have used the phone number. Wish you would have gave that to me.
Yeah, call the doc.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to talk about offline, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man. Coming out of turn 4, lights are off on the pace vehicles. These guys are probably getting a little hungry Super Speedway, very different racing from where we were at last week at Kansas Speedway. So, you know, shout out to our series sponsor, Full Throttle Beards. We'll get into how you can get a hold of them later on. We're just about to take the green here for lap number 1 of the 28 lap stage. Green is out, away we go, 2x2 as far as you can see. Good run by Domer on the outside with Trude on the bottom. In behind him, that's 65 of Lingerfelt with Reese below him. It'd be interesting to see here which line starts to become prevalent as a force on the track.
Oh, somebody running down.
Probably want to shuffle to the back there. Lingerfelt drops to the bottom side, going into 3. In front of Truett, Reese, Walker, and the 49 of Albatron, I believe, on the bottom line.
So, Robert, we're on race 10 here at Talladega. Have these drivers done any other super speedway racetracks yet so far this season?
I believe after the duels, the first race of the season was at Daytona. Mick, do you remember how the Daytona race went?
The Daytona race went great. We had 2, maybe 3 cautions. 1 being the stage break, 2 for a cause. These guys put on a great show at Dega.
Awesome.
So they have the ability to do long green flag runs with green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it's going to be nose to tail racing for pretty much the entire race here. So, you know, here at Outlier TV, you want to make sure that you click that gearbox in the bottom right hand side. Make sure you stream in 4K. We're offering all the sexy visuals that iRacing can offer, and all the overlays and some beautiful commentary here. So, Mick, honestly, nice to have you up in the booth today. You're going to give us some insider information on everything to do with EFRL and the Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 series here.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, Mick, of course. And just to let you guys know as well, we are monitoring the chat. A couple of you guys rooting on some of your drivers. We'll monitor that from time to time, give you guys your shout out. So, yeah, chime in the chat.
Lingerfelt here doing a great job of managing both lanes, actually. And you'll see him slide up from the bottom to the top and steal some momentum from that high side. But that high side, we really haven't seen it come together just yet. Drivers being very patient here. I'm not expecting too much spicy action until after the stage. We're at lap 4 of 28 where we're going to see that caution fly. Reset the field, grab some tires, grab some fuel. Give you a little bit of perspective. We're going to hop in the cockpit of the 29 car and give you that driver's view. Bartlett here managing the throttle going into, I believe it is turn 1, unless I got my turns all mixed up. On the 49 of Albatron, you can see not very much to see as they get a little tight to the 2 machine of Walker. And in front of Albatron is the 1 car of Reese, our current points leader for the FTB Gen 6 series.
Reese's. You know I love Reese's.
Yeah, you're
Reese's.
a snackaholic.
Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
3 wide coming down the backstretch here. We're doing an excellent job of giving space, showing respect as the speed is heating up here. These engines are getting hot. The tires are getting warm. Go ahead and look at the tower detail. See what speeds we're pushing here. We're looking at the 8th place car of Bartlett, 198. Let's see if he tips 200 on the front stretch. He's been burping the throttle going in to the turns, just managing gap. But we're going to hop over to the 14 of Zach Domer. Take a look at the run as he gets momentum down the backstretch. $200 miles an hour. 201. Woo! 204. I wonder if that's going to be one of our fastest speeds for the night. And interesting here, Mick, is that you're not seeing Domer on the high side drop down. I think that's, is it Truett in behind him? I got it. Or Elam. I got to get these numbers right.
That's Elam.
So, you know, what are your thoughts on, now they're making me a liar. They were protecting that high side. What do you think these drivers are going to, oh, no.
Oh, no. Ooh, drivers hold it together.
What the?
Awesome.
Awesome job by drivers here getting it squared up. That was 65
Yes.
on Lingerfelt getting
Holy
caught
cow.
up.
Stop.
Back up front here, the 14 of Dahmer with Elam in behind. They were running the outside there, and I was wondering if they were going to drop. They were dropping, but, you know, Mick, what are your thoughts on, you know, which lane would be preferred for these drivers as we, you know, get closer to the stage?
I myself always liked running the high line here. I just felt like you had more maneuverability and you could make some better moves coming out of the corners.
It definitely gets momentum. You can see the 15 of Fox there with the 49 of Albatron on the outside with Reese in behind as that third car making the outside lane work. We just saw the outside shuffle to the bottom. I wonder if we're going to see it here again.
What we don't want to see is what happened to Bubba Wallace yesterday and then take out half the field.
Yeah, that's for sure. Fox drops to the low side, leading out that bottom lane. Not sure if Lingerfelt has sustained some damage. He's fallen off the pace of the field. He's sitting 10 seconds back now. Likely lost the draft. The stage is going to help him. But looking at lap times, he's about 3 seconds off the pace here of what the leaders are running.
Do we have a track map, Robert?
Yep. A look at the 26 here of Patrick. Started 18th, currently 3rd, doing a great job so far. This pack of cars here, lead pack just entering turn 1. And you can see that the 65 just going through the dog leg. And the 93, 35 seconds behind the leaders. These drivers are running about 48-second laps. So I would imagine by the end of this stage, we're likely going to see that 93 of Mackey get sucked up by these lead pack cars. Three wide again. Out of turn 4. That's a 26 of Patrick getting shoved outside with no help.
That 22 is pushing the 49 really hard.
Yeah, he backed off now, got a little space. 22 is Kyle Mays. Chris, you like cats? What about bobcats?
Love bobcats. We get wild bobcats in Southern California sometimes.
That's crazy.
Not Maine Coon cats though.
Those are only on Wednesdays.
Right.
And just we saw it there, Mick. The 22 pushed the 49 Albatron and then broke away from him, and now he's got in behind him there the 54 of Todd Mays.
So I'm looking at the track map there, and it looks like 93 is almost going to get lapped here.
Okay, he's losing about 3 seconds a lap almost. So, with that gap, knowing that he's that far behind, whatever that is, divided by 3 seconds.
That's too much math for me.
About 8 laps.
We'll see if it's just him like being out of the draft, or if there is some damage. We'll see if he's able to stay with the other cars coming around.
Yeah, my gut feeling here is like it's a super speedway strategy for that 93 of Mackie is just to be patient, wait for the stage. Little bump there from the 45 of Griffiths.
Went a little squirrely
on the 91 of Sanook.
Dan Park charging up there. He's up 31 positions from where we started.
Wow.
Likely going to be the hard charger tonight if he keeps on pace here. But, what we saw at Kansas is that a lot of the drivers who were mid-pack would, and very different racing, right? Kansas, you have to manage your tires a little bit differently. Is that as the stage got closer, a lot of these mid-pack drivers started to show their cars, started to show their speed. And, I think that's what we're seeing from Dan here is let's get in position. We're halfway through the stage. We got to make our presence known. And Truitt started up front. He's on the bumper of that 7 machine with Kyle Mays and Todd Mays in behind. So those two might start to pair up.
And there's the 93 getting lapped. He's staying up out of the way.
A good job by the 93 to move up high. It looks like, the other drivers there's a cluster of them about 15 seconds back. It looks like if it was to come to a stage break now, the 93 would get a lucky dog and would just kind of be back in the fight.
You've been an unlucky dog on certain occasions, haven't you, Robert?
Ain't that the truth?
You lose!
Oh, man. Taking a look at the 21 machine of Gordano, last week's winner at Kansas. Rocking some new skins today. JFM Motorsports. Josh Fox Motorsports. Looking sick in the drip, brother. Checking up there. 15 of Fox. A 91 of Sanook on the outside.
Yeah, Truitt jumped to that high side to capitalize on the momentum. He took the lead, at least momentarily.
3 wide for the lead going through the dogleg. And Truitt's looking for a little side draft with Domer on the outside and the 46 acquiring on the in behind him. So it looks like, whoever gets on the outside gets help. They're able to slingshot forward, but Truitt didn't find a dance partner to help him stay up there.
Nope, now he's stuck in that middle lane, dropping like a rock.
Yeah. We were looking at the 29 machine earlier in the cockpit view, sitting about 8th spot, and it looks like he's controlling the bottom line right now until we see a shuffle from that outside line. So, one of these things that these guys have to do, we'll hop in the cockpit of the 7 machine here is they have to manage their temperatures. So you're going to see on board the 7 peaks out of the bumper of the 29 to get some clean air, get air into that rad and manage the temperatures. Tight racing. We're seeing it again here from the 14 machine of Domer run the outside, and he might stay there this time. I don't know. Like, it didn't really help him out when he dropped to the low side, so I'm expecting maybe for this stage where the top line is not going to really drop, because why would you? Lose your dance partner. 21 machine pushes 3 wide. He's got the 15 of Fox in behind him, and the 91 of Sanook, I believe.
I know that's the 97 of Hamilton.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, someone was just asking about Hamilton in the chat. I guess we don't need to address that at the moment. Hamilton's rocking it in 3rd place.
And all of a sudden, you know, we had that 3rd line form. We got the middle of led by Domer, and the bottom side, I think, is led by the 29 of Bartlett still. '26 of Patrick, making it almost 4 wide.
I have to say, I'm super impressed with these guys racing here tonight.
I mean, Dega 94 brought to you by the Lock Doc. These guys definitely don't need to call the doctor right now for how to draft.
The doctor is out, in other words.
Right? 8 laps to go. 7 when we cross the line to have that stage break where these guys are going to get a chance to breathe. Maybe shake off some sweat.
Well, you can guarantee they're gripping that wheel pretty tight right now.
Yeah, and even not a lot of time to think, right? Like, it happens so fast here, and, you know, it's indicative to say the big one, but I don't have a feeling we're going to see it this early on with the quality of drivers that we have here at the Extreme Forces Racing League. Are we seeing 4 wide? We are seeing 4 wide.
Yes.
The 45 machine of Griffiths loses his dance partner.
Now with 6 to go, will these guys start to position on the lower lane to get ready to come in, or is it too early?
Well, it's a comp caution, Chris. So it freezes the field. They'll all likely go into the pits, grab tires, and then whoever wins the race down pit road is going to be the leader for the restart after the stage. A 14 machine leading 12 laps tonight so far. He's been up front all night. Not a lot of time left. Getting all the help from the 8 machine of Elam. Just locked on the bumper. These Gen 6 cars are absolutely amazing for how you're able to push and how stable it is. A little bit further back in the field, we're taking a look at the 42 machine of Tyler Markle. Kind of running where he started in his Camry. Looks like the lead pack is separated out a little bit. We got 2 distinct packs. Probably be pretty easy for these guys to suck back up.
Are people, are these drivers starting to like back off just a touch, knowing that the stage break is coming? You think?
I think we're gonna see probably some three wide racing as they go for their stage points. So I think the stage winner gets 10 points, and then the top 10 sequentially get 1 point less.
Yep.
I did not know that.
So it's gonna be a spicy little push here for the stage break at the Talladega 94. Griffiths takes the pass for the lead on the outside with the 22 of Kyle Mays in behind him. The 2 machine of Walker, also known as the Doc, up in the mix. Griffiths gets
The
kind of...
Doc. The Doc?
He's the real
Lock
Doc.
Doc?
He's the Doc of Lock Doc, allegedly. Just a rumor. Everyone who drops down starts to get shuffled back. The 46 of Quiring on the bumper of Walker. We're likely going to see another shuffle here if this outside line can mount a charge. 36 of Truitt, 7 of Park, 21 of Giordano. All on that high side. Those 5 cars are likely going to work together and create a push. That outside line shuffles 2 cars to the bottom. I don't know if they're going to shoot up to the high side. Kyle Mays makes a bold move to the outside. Walker jumps up in front of him to steal the momentum, leaving the 46 all alone at the bottom. Little bump from Griffiths. Awesome job by that 2 machine, just grabbing the line at the right time. The drag race down the back stretch. Pruitt looks to the outside alongside Park. 2 machine needs a little help. 22 of Mays gets on the bumper with the 46 in behind him. Seeing the momentum from that high side. It's a race to the line here for that comp caution. Excellent racing.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Wow is right.
That's good stuff.
Very impressive. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Truitt's going to grab the stage in the 36. Walker second. Looking like Kyle Mays third, Park fourth, Giordano fifth. These guys settle down, likely gonna bolt on some rubbers.
Well, that was an entertaining start.
Oh, now it's almost like a new race now.
I know, I love it. Those guys did great.
Let's take a look at our point standings after the Kansas race. Current points leader is I believe the 1 machine of Josh Reese. He just finished 22nd here at the stage break. Walker up front there. You saw Giordano, Kalen in the field tonight. Remember seeing him.
No, he asked for last place points. He said there's a storm in his area and he wouldn't be able to make it tonight.
Oh, dang. That's a tough break for him. Running 4th in points. Doyle, 5th in points. Did we see Doyle tonight? Doyle finished, I think, 16th or 17th at the stage there. Fox, we've seen him in that 15 machine. Hamilton up in the mix. Park, we saw him. Markle, Truitt. So a lot of tight points battles throughout the field. Walker and Reese, a little bit ahead 3rd to 10th, but Reese has got almost a 30-point lead, 2nd place there. So, that's going to be a very interesting as tonight unfolds as to, who grabs the Lady Luck for the battle at Dega here.
I grabbed a lady once.
Just once.
Didn't go so well.
Oh, man. Hope Becky didn't mind. Or was this pre-Becky?
It was pre. I needed the lock dock.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, man. I guess you were in Chattanooga, Tennessee, huh?
Yeah, he wasn't into bobcats, but he might have been into a cougar.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. I need a cymbals sound. Chit-chit. Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, I do have a question. Does this league, which has been outstanding so far, do they have drop races?
No, we have where you're allowed to take last place points for 2 races if you're going to miss a race, but we don't do any drop races.
Okay.
And I mean, 0 fast repairs, so like no mistakes either. So you can to me, you could take your last place points for 2 races, but at the same time, taking those last place points, if you get in trouble here, like it's almost like you're out too early. You're going to be sacrificing your last place points anyway. So super speedway racing can eat you up really fast, and drivers here with the 34 car field have done an amazing job at the Extreme Forces Racing League. And also shout out to Full Throttle Beards, our series sponsor for the Gen 6 series. Fast action moisturizer for the smallest and largest selection of beards. Right now I got a little, I guess, let's say a little stubble. Chris, we had an intimate video chat yesterday. We were wearing shirts, so that's fortunate. You got something similar to me. But if you want some of the FTB Full Throttle Beards moisturizers, they got oil, butter, balm, and much more. You're going to want to get a hold of John Snyder on Facebook to place an order. So reach out to those guys if you need some of that special sauce to make it look all shiny and sexy.
I haven't
Sean
delved
is
much.
the driver of the 26 car here tonight as well.
I haven't delved much into beard products, but I think I'm going to after this race. I would like to improve my shininess and my sexuality.
Oh, man. It's a lot to take in. Take it easy on Mick, man. Like, it's his first time around with you, Chris.
I'm trying to take advantage of the sponsors, and they've been here for me.
That's awesome. Mick, you said something about the 26 car?
That is Sean Snyder, technically. He is the owner of Full Throttle Beards.
So, is he got a backup driver tonight?
No, he just has an alternate name. I think he's hiding from the government. So, he's Sean Patrick when he races.
All right. Well, this explains a lot,
This race is getting off the rails, and that has nothing to do with the drivers on track.
Yeah, well, we won't tip anyone off to Sean Patrick's legal name.
No.
Getting ready to rock and roll. Pace vehicle ducking in. We're looking to get going after our stage break here with Squint One Eye. 63 laps remaining. 62 when we cross the line. Drivers are full.
Now things will start to get a little more spicy.
Well, we're going to have to see likely, if we stay green, a pit stop in here. It's going to be advantageous maybe to grab some right tires, but also looking at somebody, you need a dance partner. So these guys the fuel window is going to reasonably open up here. I would say anywhere around, 30 laps into this.
Domer dropping below the yellow line. Looks like he's opting to fall back.
Maybe he's looking for his teammates.
Is he just playing to save money, maybe, by going toward the back?
Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, he's picking up the rear of the field there. I think if you drop over a second behind the last car, you'll lose the draft. So he's managing that right now. You can see on the ticker there, he's just about 8/10 back. He's got the 17 machine of quali. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of guys are dropping below the line. This is where we're going to start to see strategy. You know, I think we saw a lot of more independent racing for that first part of the stage break, but I think we're going to see teams start to stack up and get together here.
This is super cool. I'm not a iRacing wizard, surprise, surprise, but I haven't seen a race like this before at Talladega, where these guys have introduced strategy, looking for teammates, falling out of line, getting back in line. It's actually really entertaining to see these guys planning ahead. So I should say, you know, mid-race.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, Chris. Like, it's definitely a different kind of conundrum of how teams are going to work together. But Mick, after hearing what you just heard from Chris, do you think he gets out of the house much?
No.
See, Mick, he knows me just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like you two just have been have been kindred spirits or something before. I'm not quite
I think
sure.
so. We're gonna connect later over beard oil.
Over beard oil.
Over beard oil.
Yeah.
Single file for the first 5 cars there. That's the 2 of Walker, the 22 of Kyle Macy, Todd Macy Mays in behind him. Giordano and Fox are the top 5. Single file.
So Mick, Mace, I saw someone chime in the chat last week. I forget, it's Mays, I believe. Is that brothers? Is it father son?
There's actually 3 mazes that race with us. I think it was father, son, and then uncle, but I'm not 100% sure. And I've actually raced with those guys for quite a while, probably like 3-4 years. And I've never been able to keep the relationship straight.
I see that there is 3 of them in this race.
Oh, maybe if one of them in the booth, we can set the record straight here.
I've put it in my note cards. Oh, look at that, Marco's Pizza.
Hey, you stay focused on the broadcast, Chris. Can't get hungry right now.
This food
Macy's pizza is better.
Food's always distracting me.
This is our current leader. We're on the 2 machine of Walker, just giving you a perspective of how tight that 22 vehicle is to the bumper there. You can see that they're kind of managing the gap. They're not pushing too hard right now. And the sun is starting to come down, so we might transition into a little bit darker sky as this race progresses.
Robert, can you read my mind right now?
Gearbox.
Yep.
I don't know. We're gonna probably look into somebody's car, so we're gonna go to the 97 Hamilton here.
You know I love a gearbox cam.
So we're just looking out of the gearbox of Hamilton. He's currently 8th, but he's got a nest of cars in behind him. But I don't know. These guys look like they're being super patient here.
I have a request, so...
Yeah, baby.
Oh, man.
That was a special request.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know, not from you.
Over 1/3 of the way through the race. I think everything is coming together here. let's take a look at some of the team structures here and see. Mick, maybe we'll rely on you as drivers in the field to see who's bunched up. But we have a bunch of teams.
Well, we got the 29 and 46 car. Those guys are teammates. That's actually my team. We got the Mays brothers. You know their teammates. The 97 and the 15 up top. Those guys are all teammates. Other than that, top 20 cars don't look like there's a whole lot of teams together quite yet.
Well, premature. I wonder if we're going to start to see that once we get to that pit window. We got 56 laps to go, so that pit window isn't going to open up until we, about another 20 laps, essentially. Gordano shuffling to the lead there with Hamilton in behind, 65 of Lingerfeld. So had a little catastrophe and was able to bounce back from it. Looks like there's no damage hindering that car as he shot down to the inside before the stage.
Yes, very good for Lingerfeldt. Glad to see he made a recovery.
A little bit further back in the field, the front, let's go with 6 or 7 cars, all single file. A little bit further back, you're seeing some 2x2 action. Take a look at our biggest gainers tonight as they sit right now. Gordano up 26 spots. Bobby Mays, 23, Hamilton, 21, Fox, 18, and Todd Mays up 13 spots. So that's going to change throughout the night. Little checkup there in the middle of the pack. Pretty neat. Just very patient racing here. Going down into 2-1. That outside line starting to push a little bit. Only 4 cars are now single file. 26 of alias name Sean Patrick mounting the charge on that outside lane. Looks like Griffiths is bouncing up to that high side. 93 of Mackey. So we saw Mackey earlier going a lap down. It looks like, Chris, you mentioned it around the strategy, but that 93 car didn't really care about stage points. Looks like he's racing for the win tonight.
93 is which position, Robert? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the tower and I cannot. Is that Mackey? I'm sorry, in 11th, right?
That's good eye, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one that should be delivering that information.
Mick, do you have, maybe a pick or two for, podium drivers tonight?
Well, Lingerfeld is one of those guys that's always up front. He hasn't had the best of luck, but I always count on him to finish really well. Another one that I think is due is that 26 car. He hasn't had a podium so far this season, but last season he was up there continually.
All right, so 65 and 26. We'll have to keep a watch out for Lingerfeld and Patrick. And Chris, since you're new to the pack of cars, is there anyone that has stood out to you so far that you're gonna pick for a podium tonight?
Well, it's kind of tough with the super speedway because me not being familiar with the drivers, some of these drivers are up front and they're towards the mid, and then they get up front again, roll to the back, pull out a line. So I don't know. That's That's a no, I guess. I don't know how to answer any question easily or quickly.
Solid
But,
no.
A solid no. I don't have a pick. I have no idea, but I mean, these guys are doing great. I'm super impressed. What lap are we on? 45 right now. It's amazing.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Oh no.
Looking to see where it is. It looks like
Diarrhea.
the 5 of Michael Steele suffers a catastrophe. We're going to go to our OTV instant replay and try to dissect what happened here. Might have to back it up. Ooh, a little contact. I'm not sure. Back it up here. 5 of Steele on the high side. Oh, jumped around.
Looks like very little damage, though.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. At least, you know, he's going to still race.
Yeah, let's you know, I was kind of wondering around kind of like what was going on there, and it looks like perhaps the spotter may have called car low some time ago, and the 5 car of Steel wasn't aware that the car was still there. Going back one more time, but that's the 30 machine of Hogan. It just doesn't want to jump around for me properly.
Oh yeah, the 5 car was definitely coming down the track. Didn't know he was there.
Yeah, and I mean, Hogan that in that 30 machine is not expecting the 5 to just kind of clear, right? So, I mean, looking at the cockpit, we'll do one more time just because we got time. Super Speedway cautions happen to be the longest in the world. From the perspective of the 30 machine, he's just running the yellow line, and the 5 car just unfortunately comes down on the nose.
Were you able to see the front end of the 30 after that? I just want to see if how much damage the 30 may have taken.
Doesn't look like any.
Nice.
And, you know, for the 5 machine, I don't know if he backed it up into the wall. Let's take a look at the chase cam. It doesn't look like we're seeing any damage.
He did take kind of a hard shot from the 45, but I don't really see any damage on the 45 either.
Oh, it looks to be clean. And you can always tell by their pit stops, too, so try to get over to the 45 there. Take a quick look at the 45 machine. I don't see any damage either, Mick. Good eyes. Go back to live
that's
action.
good news
here.
for these guys that they can continue on.
Oh,
Troubles continue for the 5 car coming down pit road. He ends up in the wall.
tough break for him. I mean, he's going to have to stay in and probably just make sure everything's all checked out with that car. Make sure that the suspension's aligned, the toe's good. He's going to have the time. Gordano here, first out of the pits. He's going to be our leader again.
Well, why don't you give us some math statistics?
Well, we're halfway through the race. How about that?
I could have done that.
You know, we'd still have an opportunity for a green flag stop. So 47 laps left. We know that the fuel windows, I would say, in around 32 to 36, depending on how hard these cars push. Looking at our timing tower, so we can look at our best lap. So our best laps are 47 7s and 8s. We see a 47 6 there by the 93 machine of Mackie. 47 5 6 by Fox. So that'll be something to watch out for. I don't really have as many cool stats as you think, Chris.
No.
Sorry, bud.
Well, that's our first real caution, so...
Yeah, and it's kind of like a harmless one.
Yeah. Gives these guys a chance to reset, I guess. Calm down for a minute.
Taking a look
I'm glad
at
all of these... Sorry about that, Robert. I said I'm glad all these drivers are still in the field, still racing it out.
And it looks like, these guys have rolled through the pits, and a mix of drivers have elected to take 2 tires, some fuel only. That's based on their pit stop time. So a pretty interesting strategy there. Bolting on, I think, left side tires might help with some car stability and gaining momentum a little bit sooner, but it's kind of TBD. It's still a lot of race left. So these drivers might elect to take 2 tires now, to only take 2 tires later, and perhaps salvage a little bit or gain a little bit of time in pits if we go green and have a green flag stop.
Fun fact for you, a third of this field is painted by Michael Steele.
Woo.
I like that fun fact. That's awesome.
And great cars in the field too. Take a look at, we'll just pop around. We got a little bit of time here. We're looking at the 5 machine of steel here. 91 of Sanook. Okay. Elam. Crescent Donuts of Griffiths.
That's good with the RVs in front.
I mean, the camera guy is short. What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Auntie paint. Dunford's
Dig those
94.
colors.
Albatron and the 49. Park. Chandler.
What does 81 say? What is that? Yeah, what is this? I like it. I'm just curious. I can't read it.
I don't know if I can give you a better view right now. You have to wait till the front stretch.
Okay.
I can't read it either.
We'll have to revisit that one.
Getting ready to go green. Good start by the 21 machine. Breaks away a little bit with the 12 of Bobby Mays. We haven't talked about that 12 machine. We've seen Kyle and Todd. We haven't talked about Bobby Mays yet, but here he is up front with Slingerfeld, Walker, Patrick, Hamilton, and Mackey all up front in the top 7.
Giordano.
Oh, we got a big one.
Wow. Oh, no.
Well, why don't you cry about it?
Tough break there. 30 machine of Hogan involved in the last one. Looks to be tossed around. Caution is out, though. Gonna go back to our OTV instant replay here. Try to dissect what happened. So on board with that 30 machine in Chris's favorite cam.
The far chase.
Chasing afar.
Looks like someone went up to the wall.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing a little bit of a stack up. Look at the momentum here.
Yeah, the 42 gets into the back of them pretty good.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Into the 55. And this is what, tough contact on the 99 of Kraus. What I'm digging here is the drivers here for the full throttle Gen 6 or full throttle beard Gen 6 series here. You're seeing, maybe some minor contact, and everyone else is engaging evasive maneuvers. So
I was gonna just say the same thing. Evasive, dude. Good word, man. These guys super talented at like identifying this wreck ahead, looking ahead, and just getting around it. So it looked like that 30 will still live to race another lap.
A tough break, though. I mean, he wasn't expecting the bump from, I believe it was that 42 machine, Tyler Markle. And the 55 got some kiss in the wall, I think, on that outside, but drivers were able to get squared away.
Yeah, driver of the 55 car has so far gotten the hard luck award so far this season. He's probably wrecked out of more races than he's been able to finish.
That isn't good.
No, and it's never anything that he's caused. He's always just been the recipient.
Yeah, I mean, just luck isn't always on your side, and sometimes karma gives you a bad hand. Seeing a mix of drivers come down the pits, looking like they want to top up fuel. I'm not sure if we're going to see any takers for some tires, or if they just want to splash to open up some of that fuel window opportunity for them. Like the top 10 stayed out there, so Regal and Ad will go through and we'll take a look at our pit stop stats here in a second. But shout out to the Lock Doctor, or the Lock Doc, for being tonight's primary sponsor of the Dega 94, bringing you all the action tonight. Taking a look at our stats here. So only 4 laps ago, the top 10 had pitted, and we're seeing a lot of fuel only. So just maybe taking an extra gallon of fuel might help these drivers out.
13, 14, and 15th place is the Mays brothers.
Maybe they planned it, Chris. Maybe they planned it.
Could be.
Looking at our biggest gainers board. Gordano still holding the crown for the Hard Charger Award. Hamilton in second. Fox, Park, and Patrick round out the top 5, the biggest movers of the night so far. If we have anyone that has taken repairs. So those are some damage stats here. Interesting that we're seeing a mix of drivers here that may have brushed the wall a little bit too hard, or perhaps bumped another car and got themselves in a little bit of trouble. Another round of pit stops for these drivers.
I like what I'm seeing. I got Michael Olofsson Racing cars 7, 8, 9, and 10th. All 4 of my cars are in the top 10. Woo!
Exciting stuff. And everyone's on the lead lap too, which is super cool for this race.
Yeah, Mackie was able to get back on the lead lap on that competition caution, and now that's amazing.
Yeah, this has been a good one so far.
Yeah, and I don't even think we scratched the surface yet. We got 42 laps left, and I mean, really, there's a lot of racing. Like every time we have a caution like this, it kind of resets the stage.
We've had the potatoes. We just haven't gotten to the meat yet.
Oh, I had steak tonight.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Oh man. Lights are off on the pace vehicle as we get ready to go green for our second caution of the night. Very minor incidents, but I'm sure the glare of the sun as these drivers come out of the corners might create some visibility issues. Depending on where they are on the track, that's for sure. Green is out. We're underway again. And the drivers are going to make it one lap around after we've taken that restart. And a fine job done by these drivers as they're able to settle in with 41 laps to go. Lingerfeld now leading the pack.
Oh, we got a crash. 94 car. No caution, though.
Let's go back and see if we can grab replay meatball flag for the 94 of Dunford. We're going to go here to the OTV instant replay, see what happened on board that 94 machine of Dunford. We're going to play at full speed here. Or do we have to? Is that the 86 in front? Yeah, it's likely a tough break there, but bad alignment for those drivers. And that's going to hurt. Back to live action here. 1 second. But I don't know, Mick, looking at that 94 car, I don't know if I was him, if I would have stayed in line coming up on the bumper of the 86, because the 49 of Albatron perhaps was thinking, hey, I'm just going to give him a shot. That's what we'd normally do. And maybe not realizing that that 94 car wasn't square.
Yeah, that's unfortunately what it looks like to me as well. Just bad timing, really.
Yeah, and that's going to, the 94 looks like he's retired to the pits. And giving a shout out here to the 51 machine of Hermes. Started 31st. He's sitting around 6th or 7th. He's bouncing around, but I don't think we've seen him up front tonight.
No, not so far. He's been playing it pretty safe.
I mean, there's still lots of time. And it kind of resets, with that caution. We've seen a bunch of drivers duck in and out of the pits. They're sitting a little bit further back, but I'm always like, for me at a strategy at a super speedway, I prefer to be up in the front order of the field. I feel like you get lucky sometimes and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to qualify, try to get as close to the front as possible, and it just feels like I have less chance to get caught up in something when I'm closer to the front.
Single file for the first 6 or 7 cars. 2 wide in behind that. We got the Mays brothers, or family members. We don't know if they're brothers. We just assume. I don't know if you're allowed to assume anything anymore, but whatever. The 22 of Kyle Mays and the 54 of Todd Mays working together. Patrick stuck on the outside in that 26 machine. There's no third line forming. 17 of Dean Qualley jumps in behind. Ooh, slight contact there. Oh, a lot of brushing of the wall.
Nice job, guys.
And some more contact. I don't know how sensitive these cars are to a brush of the wall, but, I'm thinking that a brush like that isn't going to be bad in a draft, but you're going to struggle at being a lead car. Front drivers here, relatively calm. We haven't seen these top 4 or 5 drivers really shuffle around too much since that caution. And these drivers didn't pit. So, let's take a look at our pit stop stats. You can see the top 3 there have led since... Well, they're getting shuffled around now, but have led pretty much since that caution. had come out. Lap leaders. Dahmer's still winning the charge for lap leaders, but Lingerfeld in the mix along with Giordano. Elam takes the lead on the outside with Griffiths in behind him. 3 wide. With 35 laps to go. Man, that's aggressively running the wall on the high side for about 8 cars in that train in the high side. You know, if one group of drivers that could do it, it's the drivers at Extreme Forces Racing League in this Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 series. We've seen hats off, top shelf racing so far.
Robert, can you pull up a track map? It looks like we have, what, 2 separate fields. I just want to see.
Yeah, there's a slight break here. This is the second group of cars here, led by that 42 machine, Markle. So these guys are just chilling a little bit.
Oh boy.
We're not seeing crazy damage, but let's see if our outlier instant replay can pick it up, but not sure to be able to pick it up. I don't know, Mick, did you see perhaps who was involved in that caution?
I did not. James' Budd name popped up for a second, but I was trying to find it.
All right, let's see if we can see some folk here. We're on board the 86 of Regal. Could have been a little bit further back.
It is with the 22 car of Bobby Mays, I do believe.
Here we go. We're gonna press play and see what happens. Ooh.
Hated it.
And yeah, it just looks like kind of drivers getting together there. Back one more time, and like the Patrick there shoots up to go 3 wide, and that 22 machine of Mays kind of tucks down at the same time. That's the 15 of Fox giving the bump. 93 of Mackey gets involved. Not sure. I think that was it. Nope. Once again, not super hard contact for all the drivers.
No, I think some minor repairs, hopefully, and they'll be all good.
Yeah, it didn't look like a lot of damage.
No, not at all. I'm happy to see that because we still have lots of racing left. What this does, though, drivers elect to come down the pits now. We've got 31 laps left, so everyone will have enough fuel here. So it's really throwing out the pitch strategy completely. Breaks my heart. I was hoping we'd see some green flag stops tonight.
Yeah, same.
A race off pit road. Almost a tight pit entrance and exit there. Looks like the 8 machine of Elam is gonna be the winner off pit road. All drivers just fighting there. Amazing, he put 34 cars on the track and everyone can share a narrow pit lane, you know?
The 36 of Truett took 4 tires. I think
so
a
did
lot
the
of them,
29 car did.
yeah, I think most of the drivers just took right sides. So we'll see how that plays out.
What if we had a couple drivers take 4? Goes. Make it a little bit bigger. I don't know how many more will fit in the screen. So a mix of drivers taking 2 and 4 tires. So I'd imagine somebody who took fuel only, you know, will pick on the 10th spot of Doyle. Was probably sitting a lot further back in the mix of drivers before that caution came out. So definitely jockeying position. Shout out to our sponsor tonight, the Lock Dock Commercial and Residential Automotive Lock Specialist with over 30 years experience, located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. When it comes to locks, call the doc. Where the heck are we headed next week? These drivers going for race 11.
I guess I could look into that. Was that a hint?
Well, no, but we are going to Texas next week.
Oh.
May 4th is the next race, and that one's going to be sponsored by Crescent Donuts. 134 laps at Texas under that hot Texas sun, so drivers will have their hands full making sure that they're able to keep it on the track there, that's for sure. It's my garbage and recycling night tonight, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, make sure you put your cans out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mine's tomorrow night.
They don't have recycling in California, isn't that right, Chris?
We just throw it in the river. We put it down the storm drain.
You know what, Mick? It's nice to have you here, have a civilized person in the booth with me. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't trust those guys from California.
Right?
No.
Look at Jeff Gordon.
So we still have all our drivers on track, correct? Just Dunford is down a lap?
Which he just got 1 back, so he was down 2.
Okay. It would not shock me if he gets another 1 back.
Green is out again for the Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 series. Elam does a good job of getting fired off with that 21 machine of Giordano. Doing a good job on the outside. Reese pushing them. That's our points leader. Getting a little help from the 14 of Domer and the 46 of Quiring. You gotta watch that one. Don't say that.
Yeah.
You're lucky that one of our other drivers is not here tonight. We have Travis Lapanis. Yep, and his brother Jeremy.
Those are the kind of things that get me in trouble.
Yeah, you have to really think about that one before you say their names.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Great job by that one machine of Reese showing his cards. I mean, we've seen Reese up in the top 10. Maybe he peeped into the top 5, but we've not seen him lead a lap tonight. And, you know, I'm surprised, Chris. I know your affliction for candy, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are on your top 5. Yeah.
It's my first favorite. Get it? Because he's also number 1. That's super ironic. I guess that didn't hit.
I mean, it was okay. 47 of Doyle makes a charge up front, so we saw that driver only take fuel for the last stop, so shuffling up front is starting to pay a little bit of dividends to having that track position up front, but that third lane on the outside is forming with Griffiths and the 91 of Danoke.
We have a family member of 21, Giordano, in the chat, Vinny. Rooting on Giordano in 3rd place. Unless that's him.
Oh, we had a blink out. 47 blinked out there for a second. Drivers are able to keep it square. 65 of Lingerfeld up in the mix. 14 of Domer on the outside. But Reese doing a good job of holding steady on the bottom line. Heck, my dad doesn't even show up to my video games, let alone watch my broadcasts.
Sad.
Good battle for the lead. It's about to be a 3-way battle for the lead, and which line will become most dominant.
Giordano taking a lead, number 21. My dad always sees me lose races.
All right. We have a great emotional support program after the race. I want to reach out to them. Domer gets stuck alone in the middle. Is going to be the vacuum. We saw what happened to one of those vacuum cars earlier, not getting a square bump. But the 2 machine of Walker meets up with his bumper nicely, able to propel him forward a little bit and stabilize. But 3 wide racing here with 24 laps to go. Things are heating up. The 54 of Todd Mace leading the 3rd line now. It looks like about 7 cars are single file on the bottom side, but I'm wondering if this middle and 3rd lane are going to be able to charge up there, but it might be a little bit too soon.
Can we pull up the laps led graphic? Wow, look at that. Giordano. 18 laps.
Yeah, and I don't know, Mick, is that worth points? Most laps led, or just leading a lap in the series here?
It was last season, but I don't remember when we updated the rulebook if it's still in there or not.
Awesome job by the bottom line, that 21 machine, followed by 47, 65, 1, and 46. It seems like they're working together almost seamlessly. If you're able to get nose to tail tight, then, I'd imagine it's going to be struggling for those other drivers if they're not able to push as well.
somebody say something about nose to tail?
Yes. '47 of Doyle pushing that 21 machine of Giordano. Amazing, keeping him up front. I don't know if the 65 of Lingerfeld might jump up here. We've seen him move to that high side before.
How about some love for the 46 for a minute?
46. Tom?
We haven't seen a lot of Tom. We
There's
haven't
some-
shown a lot of Tom, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But he's running up in 6th place right now.
Yeah, he's been kind of in the mix and kind of hunting around. He's rocking the Pilsner on the hood.
I know, it's a super cool paint. And I guess he's been just real consistent all race.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around quite a bit in the top 10. So good job for that 46 machine. Gonna hop in the cockpit of the 97 of Hamilton. Get ready.
Oh.
What I like here is like you can hear that 97 feather the throttle. So these guys are not pushing because you would hear that engine roar.
I like those 4K graphics when we go into the sun.
Almost makes you want to put on sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
It's winding down. We got 19 laps to go for race number 10 here at the Dega 94, brought to you by Lock Dock. Here goes that outside line, the 14 of Domer. Ooh, little bumping. Patrick on the bumper of the 72 of Warnicki. We saw Warnicki a lot last week. He's starting to show his cards here in the final stages of the Dega 94. Oh, little door from Sanook on the 72 of Warnicki. Griffiths comes up in the mix. The 38 machine of Moreau. We haven't seen him this close to the front before, so you know, I don't know, Mick, is it time for these drivers to go?
Oh, not quite yet. You gotta wait yet. There's still a lot of racing left to do.
So would you like, you know, one driver we've seen a lot from, and he's chilling right now, is the 36 of Truett. Qualified first. He's running 26 right now. It looks like a few of these drivers who were hard charging before are perhaps waiting for some carnage.
Yeah, especially in the last 10 laps, I'm thinking a lot of stuff's going to happen. They're going to get real busy out there.
Busy hands.
Mick, I was going to ask you too, was like fatigue setting in? Driver fatigue, you know, sloppy's not the right word, but just you know, a factor at this point with this race.
I wouldn't think so. There's so much excitement going on, and you're on the edge of your seat, especially with like the 47 blinking out. These guys will be getting excited. Ooh,
Oh,
we got a crash.
Oh no!
and that's the big one.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's a shame.
My heart is broken.
That's a shame.
There is so many red light icons on my overlays. You can see the meatball flags rolling in here. So this field is going to substantially shrink here. We just saw the cameraman follow the 65 of Lingerfelt, who has towed to the pits. We're going to take a look at our OTV instant replay here and see what happened.
What happened?
So
Oh, we saw it.
We
saw it live.
Saw it live.
We'll do it live.
Where's Chris? So we're gonna just watch the 14 here of Domer pushing the 65 of Lingerfelt with the 91 of Sanook in back.
Lingerfeld almost had it. It looked like he just almost had it,
And
I think just lost it.
There's nowhere to go for these drivers. It looks like just maybe.
Oh.
No, I don't want to characterize it, but almost right here, you see Lingerfeld drift up a little bit, and then Domer just gets him a little squirrely and gives him a shot. We're gonna, for funsies, go back one more time. What else we got to do under these Talladega cautions?
Talladega Nights?
Yeah. We're gonna go and
Better than Boogie Nights.
hop in the cockpit of the 36 machine as this evolves and see what happens for Truett as he was chilling in the back. So here comes the caution.
Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go?
Oh, I thought,
oh, man.
I was about to be a gambling man right there. I was like, he's gonna do it. Tough break
he
for
sustained a lot of damage from that, but still.
Take a look at the nose. The nose looks good. But,
I wanted to go back to a point that you guys brought up. Trying to stay towards the front of the field, because when these accidents hit sort of like midfield, you're just a passenger. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that wasn't the case for this one.
No. I'm just saying, like, your preference as a driver. Some guys like to stay towards the back. You guys were saying you like to stay as close as front as possible. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the case, but Giordano was lucky to just pull away from that, not get any damage.
He was fortunate to be far enough up ahead because that was the outside line to... almost attacking that the lead pack there on the bottom.
Well, is anyone retired?
Lingerfeld has retired. Yep.
That's a tough break for him. He had a hell of a run, mounting up, and Mick, that was one of your two picks.
It was, unfortunately.
You should not buy a lottery ticket tonight.
No, sir. Although good piece of driving by the 29 car, he managed to evade all of that and come out on the other side.
Bonnie Bartlett. Having a pretty good run tonight too, right? They, started about a third in the field and sitting in a good spot. So I'm not sure where he was before when that carnage ensued. So Mick, did you have a, maybe a bird's eye view of where he was, but avoiding all that?
Yeah, he was right around 10th on the bottom line, 10th, 11th, right in there, and he saw it firsthand and was able to get down below the yellow and avoid all of it.
We've seen some amazing driving so far, and another characteristic there from a 29 machine. I mean, that would be hard to miss too, because it's happening right in front of you. You really don't have a lot of spots to go, so hats off to him for getting to the bottom of the track.
And with the way he was spinning, you didn't know where he was going, if he was coming back up the track or if he was going to wash down or.
Yeah, these cars helicopter almost, right? Like it's like the lottery. All right, getting ready to go green again. Our fourth caution of the night. Take a look at some of our replay times. You can see replay time is stacking up there. We're seeing minutes by a bunch of different drivers. Don't know if we'll see those drivers up front, but there's still quite a bit of racing left. 12 laps remain.
And we still have 31 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, anything can happen, right? Yeah, I wonder from like a driver perspective too, is like, Chris mentioned, you mentioned driver fatigue. I like to mention driver insanity, right? Because every time we get a caution here, you got time to pull your belts, you got time to like check your helmet strap, make sure you're all buckled in. But it's almost like the race resets here, because it's more about drafting and finding a good partner, a little slide on the bottom from that 91 machine, than it is about tire management. Giordano bolsters out front on the high side with Reese in behind. Shout out to our viewers watching 24 live. I might be one of them too, but who knows? But shout out to those drivers watching. Oh no!
No.
Oh
man! Ooh,
oh,
that's wicked.
Oh my god!
Oh jeez! Somebody.
86 machine of Regal.
Ow, stop.
And
then
he's gonna
with
tow.
the 86.
Yeah, let's see if we can find
Somebody went to heaven on that one.
Go back here to our OTV instant replay. We'll back it up just a little bit more.
Wow.
86 here. We see the 46 jump out of line. The 29 of Bartlett on the bottom. 72 of Warnicki. And it looks like perhaps Warnicki gets into the right rear. That's 26 of Sean Patrick. Truett. Oh, man. 93 of Mackey.
Maybe we can go to the cockpit cam of that. Why not? We got plenty of time.
Are you sure you want to do? You might. Please be advised, anyone with motion sickness.
Well, I'll need to get a new graphic for you for next week.
Here we are on board. Regal.
Wow. That's what we bring you here at OTV.
Yeah. Oh man. Motion sickness.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Tough break for the 86 machine. I don't think the cars are supposed to go that way. Hopefully the 86 machine of Regal is all right. Another victim in there was the 26 of Patrick. So he's also suffered catastrophes from that. Let's go ahead and hop over to one more OTV instant replay here, because we still got a little bit of time. So Patrick here, he comes in a little bit late. Back it up. But the 86 of Regal comes off the wall. And tags Patrick. Patrick gets tons of airtime, and you can see that right front is actually broken. Right front here. He's just dragging. No hope for that. Back end of the car's all tore up. Rolling a bit, but...
It shouldn't look that way.
No. It might buff out, you know?
Yeah.
But this is...
Well, shoot.
No better time than ever to give a shout out to Full Throttle Beards. Reach out to Sean Snyder. Definitely looking for some support to fund that race car to get it together for next race at Texas Motor Speedway.
We'll need to re-oil his beard.
Yeah, fast action moisturizer, beard balm, oil, all you need. Reach out to Sean on Facebook.
Well, you were just talking about restart insanity.
Yeah, that accident is really gonna start to thin out the field. And Mick, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but your second pick might have been toast.
Curse of the broadcasting. You pick a driver and then they get wrecked.
We say that every week.
Oh, that car is not even turning. Look at the left front tire. It's towed into the motor. Can I get a better view of that? Let's see. Yeah, you can. That unfortunately, that car is going to have to retire. That is not going to be safe to drive.
Sad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of tough breaks for these drivers. Now we have Giordano and Reese first and second. Lights are off on that pace vehicle.
How many drivers are left at the moment?
About 30-ish. We've had a couple
Still a
retire.
decent field.
They're not fully retired yet. When you see
I think
Lingenfeld.
29 are still on the lap. They're still on the track.
Hopefully these guys restart and settle in and we can see some racing.
Well, there's not a lot of racing left. We only got 8 laps left. And
that's 7 more than I... Never mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd be lucky to tow to the track on time, Chris, so...
True. Is it too late for me to get in this race?
Yeah. Now, after, we've had these couple cautions, shuffle-ups, we'll take a look at our gainers so far. Giordano is doing a great job of maintaining pace at the front of this field. Steele up in 9th after getting a little damage from being turned around. And Park is still up there. Hogan, he was also involved in a caution. And Todd Mays, all up in the mix. Todd in that 54 machine. Awesome job by those drivers. Sixth caution. Well, technically 5th caution of the night. As we go green one more time. Green is out for the Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 series. Great start by that 21 machine with the 91 in behind. Reese tries to hold on to the outside with the 29 of Bartlett. In behind with the 46 of Quiring in behind him. 22 of Kyle Mays in the 30 machine of Hogan. And it looks like these guys are ready to fight as that third line is forming on the outside down the backstretch. Down into turn 3. That's the 8 of Elam on the outside in that third lane. Hoping to find some partners to do up front. 22 of Mays jumps to the high side in front of Reese. Reese says, and it's going to shuffle up that mid and third line. 7 laps to go. The sun is setting. I'd be kind of happy about that.
Reese is falling back, unfortunately.
I don't think he's done yet. Kyle and Todd Mays working that high side in the second groove. I believe with the 81 of Chandler, who we haven't seen up front just yet. 8 of Elam shoots to the high side in the third groove. 91 of Sunoke on Giordano. A little bit of carnage in behind, but everyone's able to get squared away.
I heard some tires, I think.
I heard some tires too. In the meatball flag for the 46. Not sure if he blew up from
looks like sparks.
Pushing too hard. Not sure. Let's go ahead and turn on the timing there. Wait for the action alert to drop. You can see that RPMs are dropping. So
sparks are coming out of that car. Something happened.
Not quite sure, but good job by not bringing out the caution. We'll back up front here. Getting hungry hippos. 5 laps to go down the backstretch. We're 3 wide, the middle line. Falling asleep. Elam working it all alone, looking for a side draft.
It's amazing how fast things can turn.
Absolutely. The 22 and 54 of Mays pulling around the 21 of Giordano. One 91 of Sunoke having the 97 of Hamilton on his bumper. 29 of Bartlett. We saw him, as Mick commented, getting through the carnage of the previous caution, but a little door touching. Non-consensual door touching. I believe that's your favorite thing, isn't it, Chris?
We'll chat about that later. The Mays family up front.
I mean, super speedways, anything can happen. At the line, 3 laps to go. '91 and 97 using a little bit of side draft there. The 8 of Elam trying to work that third line. The middle lane charges through. 15 of Fox up in the mix. The 7 of Park. We haven't seen those drivers quite up front yet. The 91 drops to the bottom. The 97 stays high and is looking to pull Reese. Elam still trying to get that third line charging forward. 4 wide into the dogleg. More non-consensual door touching. Drivers are able to keep it clean.
It's amazing stuff. They're doing a great job.
2 laps to go down the backstretch. The field has substantially thinned out. From what I'm seeing is that we have about 18 cars within a second of each other. So lots of time for stuff to shake down here. We're going to be taking the white flag here for the Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 Series, brought to you by Lock Dock tonight for the Dega 94. Race is official. It's a battle to the finish line. Hamilton leads the charge. Reese in second. Fox on the outside. Very hard racing. We got contact.
No!
Gotta stay up front here. There's drivers spinning everywhere. We lost a lot of cars. Hamilton shoots to the bottom. Mays on the outside looking for some room. No help. At the line, 97 Hamilton, 15 of Fox, and the one machine of Reese. Kyle Mays falls to fourth. And the fifth spot grabbed by Steele. Oh, man. I don't know if we should take a look at what happened. A little bit back. No caution came out. Let's see if we can grab something here before we... Oh, well, there's no room there, guys. No room.
That's interesting.
Yeah, let's back this up here. It actually happens in front. So, front of the 5 machine. That's the 54, I believe, of Todd Mays. We'll hop up to him. Looks like that car stalls out when it switches to the third groove. Elam gets into the 54 of Mays, and that's going to be where the caution starts to happen. If, oh man. And it's still happening.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Mackie makes it through.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you just threaded the needle.
I don't know if he fully made
cool.
it through because I don't think your car is supposed to shoot fireworks. But I mean,
it's the end.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry. I brought the show.
Right.
Good job for them. Going back, these drivers just celebrating for the win there between Hamilton and Fox. A little door kissing. Back to some live action here. Not much live action happening now, of course. Looking at our drivers on the front stretch. Take a quick little breather here and hop over to some driver interviews and get the shakedown from these top 3 if they're able to make it through the tech shed. So we'll be right back.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck.
All right, we're back. We're going to grab some drivers for an interview. See who we've got coming through the tech shed. First up, we're going to grab is the one machine of Josh Reese. You got a 3-way party up in the booth, Josh. How do you feel about your? How do you feel about? Yeah, there is a lot of people. It's a big party, and we're here for you.
You invited him to a 3-way, in other words.
Oh no!
It's consensual, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Josh, give us a rundown of your race. What did you see? How did it go for you?
I felt that number 1 Reese's Chevrolet machine was really good up throughout the whole race. There at the beginning, tried to run up in the front to see what how the car could handle up near the front of the pack, and then it got a little crazy there near the end of the stage, and I had lost some track position, so I just didn't want to risk anything because I wasn't going to get stage points. So I dropped a little bit to just not get in the wreck. So, um, yeah, and then after the stage and everything, we were able to make our way back up there, and then everybody at our team at Josh Fox Motorsports, we were all fast all night long to be able to run up in the front. I think we were all five of us were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at one point. So, and also to get a 1, 2, 3 for the team is great results. And a couple of our other two teammates should have deserved better results, but just things how it plays out at super speedways.
Yeah, I mean, Lock Dock, Dega 94 here. We saw a bunch of different, I guess pieces of carnage. Was there any close call for you there where you just maybe sweated a little bit more than you thought you would have?
Yeah, the second to last wreck actually, where the 65 got turned coming off turn 2, he got turned down the track right into my right front, and I, thankfully got lucky that I didn't get hit up the track or anything like that, and just didn't really get any damage, just a crinkle on the right front. So I got a little lucky there, but rather be lucky than be good half the time.
Yeah, and luck is definitely something you need here at Talladega. I'm going to throw it over to Chris here for a second before we see what Mr. Mick wants to say. Chris has an affliction for Reese's peanut butter cups. Chris, what do you want to say to Josh?
Josh, congratulations, buddy. I'm Chris. I've been broadcasting with Robert for a little while now. Great race, buddy. I won't really keep you too long. Yes, I do love Reese's peanut butter cups.
I like it.
So,
I like
yeah,
it too. Don't worry.
I can dig the paint job. Just real quick, let's talk about Texas next week. What are your thoughts? Are you going to make the race, and what do you think?
Yeah, I'll be there. The goal is to show up every week at least, and I feel like mile and a half are more in my strong suit when it comes to tracks. So, last week at Kansas, we had a really good race car, which is kind of similar to Texas in a way. It's probably going to be a little bit draft heavy and to manage your tires and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to get back out to a mile and a half and see what we can do.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you. I watched your race from last week. You did a great job. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Mick really quick. Good luck to you next week. Hope to chat with you then, okay?
Yeah, of course. That's cool. Thank you.
Congratulations, Josh. Continuing that points lead. Very strong car tonight, and at least you didn't confuse us by having not your name on the hood.
Yeah, don't worry. We ran the races car this week, back-to-back weeks actually. We don't want to get you confused.
Well, that was a rough race.
I mean, you talk about like the whole, or like just for me in general?
No, the rough race when you guys had the wrong cars. I mean, that messed me
Oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, I completely understand that. I was confused too. Don't worry.
No, but your whole team did great tonight. You guys worked really well together. We could see you guys working together throughout the whole race. After that first stage, was it your strategy to drop towards the back then?
No, I mean, well, I wouldn't think it was like strategy really, or just I don't really know. It just kind of happened. That's how everything played out. I mean, some of us were already back there from being conservative, and then some of us were right up near the front, and we just were able to find each other as the run went on and get grouped together. And then once the cautions fell, we did. Some people pitted to try and I don't know make it or just top off on fuel, or well, we just stayed out and we were able to get track position towards the front, and we were just all gas, no brakes, pretty much from that point on, and trying to lead the field, and we were able to do that until some carnage happened at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of the way Dega works. But congratulations, bud.
Yeah, thank you. It feels good to get the top 3 here this time after not having good enough luck the last time around at Daytona, getting wrecked on the last lap. But it is what it is.
So, Mr. Peanut Butter Cups, who do you want to give a shout out to for your third place finish tonight?
First of all, I just want to give a shout out to Josh Fox for making this paint. He does a really great job on all the paints he makes, and for everybody at our team, really amazing job. We were going to run Xfinity cars tonight, but so we can't say that as fast as Xfinity Mobile line, but maybe at some point we'll get to make that joke. But then everybody at my team at Josh Fox Motorsports, Anthony, Josh, Aiden, Kyle, they all do a great job. We all ran great tonight, and congrats to Anthony on the win. It's always good for team points, and as well as Jesse Adams and Forrest Hamilton, who's not unfortunately not here with us. Won't be here with us for a while. Who's got some things going on. So, but yeah, and then obviously you guys for stepping in from last week when everything was going on, Mick, and then this week, you guys got a pretty good crew up here. Hopefully we get to see it very often, and then obviously Dean for putting on the league. He does a great job finding great people. So
Heck yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was our pleasure, buddy.
thank
Yeah,
you
of
for
course.
the kind words, and if you make it back up here again, which I'm sure you will, with the points lead that you got, then talking again soon.
Yeah, maybe we can start a broadcast up here, like a podcast room, like they do in F1 after the race.
I think we should. That would be awesome. That's a great idea.
Pants are optional.
We'll have to talk about that one.
Well, congrats, Mr. Reese, on your P3 tonight, and we'll be talking to you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. See you next week.
All right, time to bring it in our P2 finisher, the 15 machine of Josh Fox. Josh, welcome to the party up in the booth. Congrats on your P2 tonight. You had an interesting battle throughout the night. You're up front. You were a little bit further behind, up front again when it mattered. Maybe share a couple highlights for us as how your race went.
Yeah, I mean, the goal coming into it was to stay up front. At least that was the plan. I feel like that was all the team's goal, everybody on the team at JFM. And we were doing pretty good. And the stage end there kind of got shuffled back a little bit. I think I got one stage point, which is whatever. But yeah, we were just trying to control the race, but it was so hard. These cars get such big runs. It's so hard to block them. And yeah, the wreck that happened, I believe the 22 got turned, entering turn or right before turn 1. I just had nowhere to go, which gave me a little bit of wheel damage, and I spent the rest of the race repairing it. And somehow I drove back to the front. I don't know how, but yeah, a lot of teamwork. That's how.
Yeah, definitely a lot of teamwork. I mean, watching JFM dance tonight, you guys were definitely a threat up front. Did you guys have a team meeting powwow before, and you're doing some woosahs? How did you guys get together on the track?
I mean, we really didn't discuss it too much. Like I said, we were planning on trying to control the race, and we get a lot of help from the JBR guys too. They're kind of an affiliate with us. If it comes down to it, they're always good guys to work with. And that's kind of what happened there at the end. I believe it was Dan and I think Markle. They were helping a lot. Get me back up to the front with. Actually, Anthony was right in front of me the whole time for most of it. And then the caution came out, and then it set us up, I think, in a decent spot. And then we just had to get to the outside somehow. And because after the first probably 10 laps of the race, because I was trying to be super aggressive, I noticed the outside lane was probably going to be the lane that won the race, which it usually is anyway. But yeah, we got to the outside and got all the team guys mostly to the front and just tried to control the race from there. Anthony made a great block on the last lap. I was going to push him either way, but yeah, just controlling both lanes, coming to the checker was the key. And then once he was clear, got down in front of me, and I was just going to push him to the promised land.
Yeah, I mean, excellent job too, because you mentioned one thing is that I saw drivers throughout the night move from the high side to the low side to stop that momentum. And you mentioned it too, that these Gen 6 cars, they get heck of a runs. That draft it kind of opens up horsepower that you didn't even know there just by the way it sucks through, right? But you talk to Mr. Peanut Butter Cups. We're gonna call you Mr. Health Drinks. Celsius there. And I know Chris hates energy drinks because he picks on me all the time about how health conscious I am. So Chris, what do you want to say to the owner of JFM here, Fox?
I wanted to say hi, Josh. I'm Chris. I've been broadcasting with Robert for a little while now. Great job on a podium, buddy. Great job on the second place finish. It's a tough race. It's a wild race for you guys to do as many laps as you do here at Talladega and have no fast repairs. That's not an easy accomplishment. So yeah, you rocked it. I mean, all of these drivers. It was up until the end where we started to see some of the the big ones, the major crashes. But I'd say most of the race was fairly clean. So for you to get on the podium here, it's a huge feat. So congratulations to you. Going to Texas next week, I just wanted to ask you your thoughts on Texas, your comfort level, how you feel about racing at Texas.
For being honest, my thoughts on Texas on iRacing, I think the track should be torn down. I'm very bad there. You probably won't be talking to me next week or anytime soon. No, Texas is one of them tracks that I just can't figure out. I mean, I haven't ran them in the Gen 6 cars, so it might be a little bit different. I do like the track, but I don't know. I've never had very much good luck there. That's why I was kind of focusing on this week, and somehow I made it a way to be decent at super speedways, and I mean, I'll take it. But um, yeah, we're just gonna look forward to not getting any wrecks next week and try to bring the car home clean. And I'm sure Reese will go dominate the race like he normally does. And I don't know. We'll see.
I'll try and pull some strings. I'll see if we can change the track, and I'll see if we can do something to his car, maybe.
It's his teammate, man.
Oh, I mean, wait, could we back this up 10 seconds? Hey, Josh, a great job, buddy. I'm glad that I got a chance to talk to you at least this evening. Best of luck next week, and I'll pass it over to Mick really quick, okay?
All right, thank you.
Josh, congratulations on finishing second tonight. As a past EFRL champion, you're no stranger to winning every week or being in the top consistency. This season's been a little more struggle for you. What do you got to do to refocus for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, the season's been up and down. Last week really kind of hurt me because I was really looking forward to Kansas last week, and I had a really bad race. Stage points have been an issue for me. I've been trying to get more during the races, and I just can't do it. Like even this race, only one stage point, but second will help in the race. I am sixth in points. I'm not too far back, but I would like to be in the top 5 around there heading into the playoffs. I know Reese is going to be tough to beat. Walker is going to be tough to beat. I know all those guys. I know Mark wasn't here tonight, but yeah, there's a lot of good guys in this league. A lot of good clean racers. I think it's going to be a fun rest of the season, and hopefully we can continue some momentum going.
All right, well, thank you again, and congratulations on your P2.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you want to give a quick shout out to before we give you the boot?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all you guys for putting on the broadcast tonight. It's always fun to go back and watch. Shout out to Dean for running the league and all the admins involved. Everybody over at JFM, Anthony Hamilton, Josh Reese, Aiden Giordano, and Kyle Lingerfelt. Shout out to JBR for always being a big help on the super speedways. And yeah, we'll look forward to next week.
Awesome. Thanks for taking the time in the booth today. If you want to bribe Chris in future, don't send him energy drink.
You got to drink the Celsius fruit punch, though. It is really good. It burns fat, too.
Yeah, Chris.
All right.
You can wash it down with the Reese's.
I might have to break my own rule.
Oh, man. Thanks for the
Good
interview.
luck to you, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
And congrats on the P.
Thank you.
And absolutely jump-baited by the fucking, like, whoever that was. I think it was 22. 22 and the 12. The 22 and the 12 absolutely fucking.
I completely grabbed the wrong person.
Hello?
Hey, Anthony, Mr. Hamilton. Sorry, I clicked around a couple times in there, and I actually moved myself into the wrong spot. So welcome to your interview tonight for your win. Hats off on getting it done. Nice to see you dance at the end there and swap lines and stop, a potential disruption to what you got done. But, throughout the race there, I don't really recall that you were bolstered up in lap sled and whatnot. So, was it your strategy just kind of chill?
For the most part, my JFM teammates were up there 1, 2, 3. I was just trying to lay in line, dodge the wrecks, even though I got in one, of course, with the 65 wrecking. Um, I like to call this my flu race. I got sick like 2 days ago, and first career win comes tonight. It's awesome. Yeah, but it was crazy most of the race. A lot of crazy moves, a lot of three wide racing. It was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of action, and maybe some non-consensual door touching. And I don't know if that's a thing here, but you do sound horrible tonight, so I don't know if we want to keep you too long.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Fine, you're all juiced up.
Yeah,
Got intel on
Juiced
the.
up on Celsius.
No,
yeah.
no, no, I can't do that, Chris. Do that, but you got intel on the car. Is that what's powering your PC?
Yeah, this car was the fastest car I've ever had here. That final run there, making that move to the outside, I think it was like 5 to go. Um, Started back in 18th. It was crazy the run we got up there to get us to the front. I think it was me and Farron. It was crazy. I can't believe I got up there. I thought it was done, honestly. It was crazy.
Yeah, and you picked all the right moves right at the end there, and as a team of drivers, showed your cards and prowess to work together. Chris, what do you want to say to Mr. Hamilton on his win?
Anthony, congratulations, buddy, taking first place. Talladega, 94 laps with no fast repairs. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, I still can't believe it. I think I'm gonna go to bed in shock. Maybe rewatch it a little bit. I'm just overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, you did great, buddy. That's a tough thing to do. I'm super impressed with the league, and yeah, I don't want to keep you too long. I know Mick's gonna ask you a question or two, but I just wanted to check in with you. Next week, Texas. How do you feel about Texas?
I've never been really good at Texas, but JFM, we always practice really hard and we always find her way up front at some point. So I know I'll be up there fighting. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, congratulations tonight. Best of luck next week. And it was a pleasure to broadcast this race for you guys. So, yeah, you guys put on a heck of a show tonight.
Thank you.
What do you got for Mick?
Well, that 97 was strong tonight. Actually, it's been pretty strong this whole season. You've always got people cheering you on in the voice chat of the streams, and you've got a pretty good following. And how are your thoughts for the rest of this season?
Yeah, I feel like I lifted a barrier there. I feel like I've ran good all year. I feel like first stage, I'm always up there, and then something happens, like a speeding penalty or a wreck, something like that. So a barrier lifted, hopefully. And yeah, I want to shout out Austin Klein. He's always there for me. One of my best friends. Always in the chat cheering me on. I appreciate him.
Well,
Awesome.
congratulations on that win tonight. Hopefully, there's going to be many more to come this season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, first win. Is this the first win at Extreme Forces here for the Gen 6
Yeah,
here?
really my first league race win. I've only done a couple seasons, but it's my first league win, so it's awesome.
Well, I mean, Chris normally falls asleep to the broadcast. He finds my voice soothing. So, Anthony, when you're watching it back tonight, I hope you find that for yourself. But big congrats on your first win ever. This is an impressive win tonight because super speedways, so much luck is involved. A lot of drama and carnage as well. But who do you want to give a shout out for your win?
I want to shout out you guys. You guys have done an awesome job the past 2 weeks. Mick's done an awesome job the whole season. I want to shout out my JFM teammates, Josh Fox. He's always there for me. He's in my corner. He's like a mentor. He always helps me. Reese was a great job there at the end. Ghost led a lot of laps. He had a bad finish there, but Jesse, he did a great job. He had a bad finish as well. And Kyle Fingerfeld, obviously, had a pretty bad finish. But those are all my guys, man. I rock with them. Shout out to Dan and the JBR guys. They're always a big help.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Congrats on the win again, Mr. Hamilton. Get some peanut butter cups and some Celsius in you, along with some over-the-counter medications for the flu. And we hope to be talking to you again later this season.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you guys.
Take care, Anthony.
All right. Well, this brings us to the final part of the show. Chris, I'm going to ask you to do what you do always. Give me your Cole's notes of what happened tonight.
Well, I'm going to keep it brief. We've had a long race. It was awesome. I have to just say thanks thanks to Extreme Forces Racing for having me do this with you tonight, and with Mick as well. This league is awesome. The drivers have mad respect for each other. I knew we were in for a good show to see 94 laps at Talladega with no fast repairs. And this race delivered. We did see some cautions towards the end, mostly like during the restarts, and that just tends to happen. I do think that sometimes driver fatigue. You said driver. I forgot what you said.
Insanity.
Driver insanity is a good way to put that. So yeah, it was a good one. It was impressive. Some wildness at the end there with some of those wrecking, but yeah, it was a good show. I'm glad that we saw like a last good half lap, and congratulations to these drivers. That's what I will say.
I mean, heck yeah, I think you summed it up well, Chris. Next week we're headed to Texas, and Mick, we had a good race at Kansas last week. This one, a little bit more cautions than maybe what you would have anticipated based on our Daytona race. But what are you expecting at Texas as we head there next week?
Texas is one of those tracks that's just a little bit bigger. It's a cookie cutter track still, but we've had really good luck there. I think these guys are going to put on a great show.
Yeah, and I hope to see that too. I mean, we have an excellent points battle heating up. Shout out to our top 3 drivers tonight. You heard from them, mixed emotions on going to Texas for Hamilton and Fox. Reese is a shoe in there, all part of JFM. Shout out to Gio Oredano for most laps led tonight. Dan Park for Hard Charger Award with 29 positions gained. We had a lot of cautions there, 6 cautions tonight, well, 5 technically. A couple doozies that got a lot of cars tore up. Shout out to the top 10 finishers there. Bud grabbing 4th, Park 5th, Mays 6th, Steele 7th, Hogan 8th, Walker 9th, and Hermes rounding out the top 10. And huge field of cars tonight, 34 in total. Kind of what you expect for me at a super speedway. Just hard racing, and unfortunately some hurt feelings and some bent up race cars. But nonetheless, great racing overall. So, Mick and Chris, thank you guys for being up in the booth tonight for Outlier TV. And, if we dance again, we can dance as a trio, and that's kind of cute.
I'd like to get one more person so we can square dance, actually.
Maybe we'll be swingers. Who's to say?
Wow. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Like I touched on, just thanks again to Extreme Forces Racing for having Outlier TV. Robert, thank you for having me do this with you. And it's always a good time. I know I act like an idiot. I just try and bring the people. I say what they want. Maybe they don't want it. And Mick, it was a pleasure to do this broadcast with you as well.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you guys, and I had a great time tonight.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It's probably Chris's company more than mine, but whatever, Mick. You don't have to say it, okay? You don't have to say it like that. Once again, just shout out to the Lock Doc being the race sponsor for tonight for commercial, residential, automotive locks. Specialists with 30 years experience located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. When it comes to the locks, call the doc. Number available, Chris. You need a doctor, just not for locks.
Correct.
And
Correct. Yeah, it's possible.
Once again, shout out to Full Throttle Beards, series sponsor. So reach out to Sean on Facebook there for patching up his race car. And thank you for everyone for watching the broadcast tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe. Watch it in 4K by clicking that gearbox, and have a happy Monday night.
Yes, have a happy night, everyone. I'm going to play us out, Robert.
Are you?
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
It was super fun. See you next week, Nick.
Look forward to it.
Bye, Robert.
Later, buddy.